deep in the Whispering Woods, where the trees glowed with a soft emerald light, Sable, the gray squirrel, darted through the branches, her basket brimming with shiny acorns. Once the shyest creature in the forest, Sable had found her courage during a great storm, shouting a warning that saved her friends. Now she chattered happily with Pippa the bluebird, Rolo the rabbit, and Flicker the firefly, though a quiet part of her still wondered if her small voice truly mattered. The heart of the woods was the Whispering Willow, an ancient tree with silvery leaves that shimmered like starlight. Its gentle, rustling voice heard only by the kindest hearts. One crisp morning, Sable noticed something alarming. The Whispering Willow's leaves were dull, some drifting to the ground like faded stars. Its voice, usually a warm murmur, was barely a sigh. The animals gathered, worried. Pippa flitted anxiously, chirping, "The willow's never been this quiet." Rolo hopped in circles, muttering, "What if it's sick? The forest needs its magic." Flicker buzzed, his glow dim with concern. Without the willow, the woods feel lost. Sable's tail twitched. The Whispering Willow had helped her find her voice. She couldn't let it fade. As she nibbled an acorn beneath its branches, a faint whisper reached her. "Little squirrel, my roots thirst. The crystal spring, hidden deep below, is blocked. Only brave hearts can restore its flow." Sable's heart pounded. A journey underground? She'd never ventured so far from the light. But the willow's words echoed. The forest needs every heart to sing its song. At the forest's edge, Sable met Fern, a bold frog with bright green skin who loved exploring streams. "An adventure underground? Count me in," Fern croaked, her eyes gleaming. They were joined by Bramble, a gruff tortoise who carried his home on his back. "I know the old paths," Bramble rumbled, "but don't expect me to rush." Flicker introduced his cousin Glimmer, a tiny firefly with a knack for finding hidden trails. I'm not as bright as Flicker," Glimmer stammered, "but I'll try." Sable smiled, remembering her own doubts. "We'll do this together," she said. The four set off toward the Hollow Stump, an ancient tree trunk said to hide the entrance to the crystal spring. The forest grew denser, the air cool and heavy with the scent of moss. At the stump, they found a narrow tunnel, its walls glittering with quartz. Fern hopped ahead, her webbed feet splashing in shallow puddles, while Bramble plodded steadily, muttering about reckless youngsters. Glimmer's faint glow lit the way, though she apologized every few steps. "It's perfect," Sable reassured her, weaving a small vine basket to carry extra quartz for light. The tunnel twisted downward, and soon they reached a cavern where stalactites dripped like frozen rain. In the center lay the crystal spring, its waters dark and still, clogged with tangled roots and glowing faintly with trapped magic. Above, a stone arch was carved with ancient runes. Bramble squinted, his old eyes sharp. "Those runes tell a story." The spring stopped when the forest forgot to share its gifts. It needs a spark of kindness to flow again. Sable's paws trembled. Kindness? She could shout warnings or weave nests, but sparking magic felt bigger. Fern splashed into the spring, tugging at roots, but they wouldn't budge. "These are tough," she groaned. Glimmer flickered nervously. Maybe my light's too weak. Bramble snorted. You lot are overthinking it. The spring wants something real, not fancy. Sable thought of the Whispering Willow's warmth, how it had believed in her when she doubted herself. She looked at her friends, Fern's enthusiasm, Bramble's wisdom, Glimmer's quiet effort. Maybe kindness is sharing what we have, she said softly. She scampered to the spring's edge and began weaving the tangled roots into a pattern, like one of her nests, humming a tune about the forest's beauty. Fern caught on, croaking a cheerful rhythm as she cleared pebbles. Glimmer's glow steadied, casting a soft light that made the runes shimmer. Bramble, grumbling, nudged a heavy stone aside, muttering, "Fine, I'll help." Their efforts wove together, Sable's weaving, Fern's song, Glimmer's light, and Bramble's strength. The runes glowed brighter, and a low hum filled the cavern. The tangled roots parted, and the crystal spring bubbled to life, its waters sparkling with star-like flecks. A rush of cool air carried their song upward, and Sable felt the willow's presence, its voice whispering, "You've shared your gifts, brave hearts." Back in the forest, the animals gasped as the Whispering Willow's leaves regained their silvery glow, rustling with a warm, clear voice. Pippa swooped down, chirping, "Sable, you saved the willow." Rolo bounced. "The forest's alive again." Flicker buzzed around Glimmer. "Your glow's incredible." Even Bramble cracked a smile, muttering, "Not bad for a squirrel." And a frog. Fern splashed happily, croaking, "We're a great team." That night, the Whispering Woods sparkled under a full moon. The animals gathered beneath the willow, sharing stories and songs. The willow rustled softly. "Kindness flows like a spring, little squirrel." Your heart sparked the forest's magic. Sable smiled, her basket of acorns at her side, Glimmer's glow beside her. She chattered with her friends, no longer doubting her place. From then on, Sable, Fern, Bramble, and Glimmer were the forest's guardians, knowing that even the smallest gifts, shared with kindness, could keep the Whispering Woods alive.